Hello, good morning. Today I'm going to show you how to do the reformat installation of Windows 11 operating system with drivers in your desktop. Make sure before the installation you already backed up your files. First, you need to have a flash drive with Windows 11 installed on it. Next is plugged in the USB flash drive to the back port of the system unit. Turn on the system unit. Keep on pressing the F2 to enter the BIOS. Once you're already at the BIOS screen, proceed to the Boot tab. Make sure that your first boot is your USB flash drive. And press F10 to save changes. And now the setup screen started. It will ask you for a language to use. Make sure it's in English and click Next. Click Install Now. Now the setup is starting. This time, it will ask you the terms of installation. Just check the checkbox. And click Next. This time, it will ask you what type of installation do you need. Just press the Custom Installation. This window will ask you to delete all of the partition existed in the unit and leaving one unallocated partition for the Windows 11 to proceed. Then click Next. This window will allow us to see the progress of installation, and once all checked, the Windows will need to restart to continue. Once it's all black screen, remove the flash drive installed at the back. This will avoid the computer to read the flash drive, so the second boot will proceed. The second boot is referring to the hard disk of the system unit wherein the Windows 11 is successfully installed. The installation will now ask you to personalize it later. To start to personalize your computer, this time it will ask you what region or country you belong. Scroll up and down to see the other details until it is satisfied. Once satisfied, you need to click the Next. This time, it will ask you what right keyboard layout to use and just choose US then Next. This time will add you another second layout, then just click Next. Another is for network. If you want to connect and if you have a connection, then just choose the connections for your network, and if it's none, then not now. This time, it will ask you the importance to connect to start up with your device, but it's really none, then click the other way around. The setup will ask you who's gonna be using this computer and provide the details, type it below. Create a super memorable password. It has been suggested to use a very strong alphanumeric password, but it's really up to you. Then click Next. To verify and confirm your memory, provide again the password and click Next. Adding security questions will make a very secure account. Make sure to choose wisely. Provide right after the answers and click Next. After security questions, The setup will give you or choose a privacy settings for your device. Just read and read until you're satisfied, then click next. After all of the inputs and personalization is done, the setup always takes time until you are redirected to the main workspace of Windows 11. And now, the Windows 11 is properly and successfully installed. Your next concern is the peripheral devices and its drivers. Look for the device manager under settings. The screen will show you a list of peripheral devices attached to your unit. Focus on the yellow warnings and solve it. To solve it, you need to have an installer which is drivers to solve these three warnings. Sometimes driver's pack is recommended, but it depends on the operating system. Let's try and check. Look for your flash drive in which the installer is there. Driver's pack solution and then click enter. Make changes and then click yes. Yet not applicable, look for another way. Right-click the specified driver and then look for updates, or search for an updated drivers on Windows. This window or this screen will show you a lot of updates required only to the driver that has warnings. When updates are done and completed, then it's good. This part always takes time and it depends on the internet connection you have at home. Make sure to check time to time the device manager until all of the yellow warnings are removed. When the installation is done and all of the updates are completed, the computer is functional and ready to go.